Welcome to my wood shop. I'm going to share with you a high chair that I'm going to be building. The plans I got from Rockler cost me about $10. It's my second one I built, and they're a really nice chair. The plans come with detailed exploded views, step-by-step instructions, elevated drawings, easy to trace, full-size patterns, and I'll show you step by step how I make this thing. Okay, the first thing that I worked on was the seat of the chair. Cut it out, give you the dimensions, and one of the important things about it is the holes you have to drill for the back slats and the back posts. These are at a 7-degree angle. And if you're like me, I don't have $1 million worth of tools and a fancy drill press that I could use to, drill angled holes like that. So I made a jig, and I took a piece of 1 3/4 inch. This is popular, just some cheap wood that I had laying around, and laid my pattern out on it and marked the holes. Used a 1/2 inch drill on my $89 drill press over there, and drilled straight down all the way through it. Then I took this and used my table saw, set the blade at 7 degrees, and then just ran it through and cut it off with a 7-degree angle on the one side there, if you can see it. You take this and you lay it upside down on the side that you had cut off, and when you do that, it gives you the 7-degree guide that you need for your you can use a hand drill on it to drill the holes. They need to look nice. Okay, it's all cut out. I got my little jig on here, and I've got it in, I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can see how it's in the little angle. The holes are in an angle also. And I'm going to just simply drill all my holes. I got a cordless hand drill. You can use one with a cord, without, whatever you have will work. I put a stop collar on there. This is at 1.5 inches. There it is, 1.5 inches deep. I don't really want to go all the way through the wood. Alright, I'm back. Okay. Seats ready. Got all the holes drilled. You can see I got the contour sanded for the butt. And the tray. Okay, first thing you want to do, you've got the two pieces that you cut out of your plans. You've got the larger outline of the tray, and then you've got a smaller one. This is going to be the indentation that's going to be in the wood, the smaller one. You take the bigger one first, you draw your outline of it, then you take the smaller one, you measure, it's going to be probably about 5/8 of an inch all the way around the outline, and draw this out. Then you take your template and you line it up with the smaller one that was in the middle. You'll have your pencil marks on the inside here, so you line that up with that. and then you screw this down and secure it to this piece of wood right here. Okay, the plate that I made for the router is made out of 3/4 inch particle board. You want something really hard and something that's not going to flex on you in the middle, and I found this to be pretty good. So what I did, it's 2 feet long, 10 inches wide. They give you the dimensions in there. You take your base off of your router, find your holes for your screws, drill those straight through, and then you want a pretty good size hole on the inside because you want to be able to see what you're doing. And then simply just mount the base to the other side of it. The template, or the jig that we made for our router, is going to sit on top of that. And what you're going to do is slide this back and forth and up and down and all around and cut this out. And to do that, I'm going to show you a little bit closer here. We're going to be using a core box bit. If you can see that, it's got a little bearing on it that's going to follow around the outside part of your template that you've made here. Okay, I got everything set up and ready to go. If you've got a porta cable router, it probably came with a set of wrenches similar to that right there, and those are about just about 3/8 inches thick. That's about how deep you want your router bit to be. So I'm going to do this in 2 steps because this is oak and it's really hard wood. So what I did is I found my little rollers are about half the thickness of these. I set those under here and set my router bit, so that's going to give me my depth for my first cut. Then when I go to my second cut, I'll do the same thing with these. Put these under here, lower my bit, and then that'll give me that thickness, which is about what I want for the depth of the inside of the tray. And we'll go ahead and get started on that. Routing out the tray. It's not a very quick process, but it's efficient. It does a really good job. Take your time, back and forth, do it in a couple of different steps so you don't burn your wood. And then after you get down to your final depth, run your router back and forth in the opposite direction to try to knock down all this. This is kind of the highlight of the high chair, and do a real good job on that. It makes the rest of it look really, really nice.